What if I told you these epic masks were made by using boxes that I was just going to throw in the trash anyway? Today I'm showing you how to turn literal trash wearable art like this. And the best thing is, the materials are basically free. Let's get creative, guys. Hello artists, welcome to Josh Hogge Arts. I'm Josh. And if you're new to this channel, I do like to make art out of basic materials and make extraordinary pieces. And we're going to tackle that today with cardboard mask making. Let's go. Okay, let's go through a material run. You will need boxes, of course, or some kind of cardboard. I'm using Amazon boxes. You'll need masking tape or a hot glue gun. Pretty much just material that you can paint over that attaches to cardboard. Scissors and an X-Acto knife. I recommend both. Of course, you'll need a pencil to sketch with. And for those final touches, you'll need whatever color of acrylic paint that you want, with probably a cup of water just to change your colors out and do all the paint stuff that you need to do. And then the last bit is usually just stuff that you have around. If you saw the mask at the beginning, I had feathers, I had tiles, I had toy snakes that I found in a box. This is just random stuff that I found around my house, as you can. Okay, now we're in the design phase of this project. And as always, projects like this, you want to sketch your piece out. With this mask specifically, I am inspired by comic books and drawings, but you can feel free to do anything that you want, from animals to monsters to characters, or maybe just a cultural aspect or inspiration that you feel is in tune with what you want. Really, the three key factors that you want to keep in mind are the proportions of the face. Do you want human face proportions? Do you want animal face proportions? What are they? Number two, what's your inspiration? Is it Japanese, Norwegian, fantasy, Pokemon, some minuscule RPG that you play? And then number three, what materials do I have? How can I be creative with those materials? And how are they going to work for me for the image that I'm looking for this mask? First thing you're going to want to do is get your paper stencil. If you do not have a printer with you, this is the shape that you're going to want to get. If it's a little off, that's okay. This is a custom piece of art. There it is. The magic of editing. Alright, let's go ahead and get our cardboard broke down and let's get started. Using the stencil that you just cut out, you're going to trace this twice, once in just any direction, and then using the middle line, you're going to line it up and mirror it by flipping it. Do not turn it around or anything, just flip it, mirror it like this, and then line it up. And then cut it out, like magic. There you go. Woo! That'll never get old. Alright guys, so one thing about using cardboard is the consistency of it. So if you choose something that's very thick, it's going to be hard to work with because it's not going to bend. I chose something that's pretty thin, and if all you have is thick cardboard, it's going to be a little harder to handle. The way to take care of this is to bend it up really good. So the way to check it is to make sure that it easily comes together, so you can tape it. Each of your corners, everything. So this is a piece that I worked over really well. It's great. We're ready to go. But honestly, this is really where the magic happens. As you put all these triangles together and it forms this mask shape, this is the easiest process that you'll probably ever have to making a mask. And just like that, we have a base mask and we're ready to decorate it. This really is a process that anyone could do. You could do this from just starting out with some kids. But most students that I have cut some eyes out, put a nose on here, put a mouth. You're ready to go. It's a mask. Let's paint it. I'm going to get a little bit more in depth with that when I do my mask, but don't be discouraged. And if you have questions of how I did things, be sure to comment on the video. And maybe this is something we can tackle in a whole new video to where I show you how to make certain parts for the mask to give it way more depth. I'm going to do a speed run of what I did to my mask, and then we'll go ahead and get started on painting. Let's go. So the process on this really will depend on if you're doing a human or an animal or whatever you're doing. If you're doing an animal or something different than what I'm doing, look up proportions of what a cow looks like. What would a cow look from the side? What would the front of the nose look like? How can I shape this in cardboard? What kind of grid do I need? But since I am using human proportions, I'm going to do the 3-grid method where we divide into the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will be releasing a how to draw faces video coming soon, and I will be sure to bookmark that on this part of the video so you have that available. But the good thing about mask making is it doesn't really have to be proportional. You can have your eyes way up on your forehead, you can have your mouth way down low, you can make the face really exaggerated. It really is just up to your creativity with this, and it's just a fun process to do. The process I'm using is what I call carroting. I've really dimed that term. It is something where you just kind of build up the mask and then give it some tails to bend and make it 3D. But this process really isn't anything that I studied. This is just something that I had to do by trial and error. So I recommend you guys play with this and just figure out the best way for you to do your mask. Remember, you can use any paint that you want. I found golden fluid acrylics, which is very expensive, but the only reason I have this on hand is because I'm an artist and we have this kind of stuff. Honestly, Apple Barrel is just as good. I've done it with my students, and I'm going for a comic book style, so I am going to use these acrylic markers. But again, you don't need stuff like this to make a really cool mask. Anytime that you build with a new material and it doesn't have a base coat, you're going to really have to give it a primer of some sort, whether it's gesso or a matte white paint or something to build the surface on it. Some people like to do undercolors, like a red or a green, but I think white is just a clean color for vibrancy to show through. And since I am doing a black and white mask, I painted it white again, and then did all these sketchy lines, finger painted a little bit, and just had fun. Don't forget to glue in a string or a rope of some sort so you can wear your mask, and let's get ready for that epic preview. Alright. So I got my mask. I can say I'm pretty happy with that. And now that's how you make a low budget mask. If you're not already following me on social media to share your creation, you can find all my social media at joshhoggearts.com and join the community at the Discord to not only share your creations, but talk with other artists that are part of my community so we can share our creative experiences together. And if you haven't already done it, be sure to follow me, smash that like button, and tell me in the comments what you would make out of cardboard, if not a mask. We'll see you next time, artists.